Hey guys, Cruz here. Welcome back to Beyond Reality. Alright, so there's a bunch of things that have changed since pretty much since last night that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I don't really know where to begin. Let's see, did anything out here change? No, I don't think. I think everything out here is pretty much the same. I did notice this when I logged on this morning. Hijack must have done this when I was off, when I was sleeping last night. He went ahead and like started building a thing around his infusion or arcane pedestal or whatever the infusion thingy for Thaumcraft. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's gonna have his own little Thaumcraft room over here. I just put some blocks up here just in case like mobs spawned in there. I don't know exactly how safe it is in there, but anyway. So there's that. Let's go check out the spider spawner here. It's working pretty well. I mean, you know, like I said in the last episode, it's a little bit different than I wanted it to be, but it still does work. We still get a ton of experience and tons of string and tons of spider eyes and stuff like that. So yeah, it works pretty well. Alright, so let's head up here. One thing I did do, and this was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, I made the high pressure macerator, which is awesome. It's still pretty slow, but it's about twice as fast as the bronze macerator. So yeah, there's that. Another thing I did, and I had to do this because I changed out the macerator, and I didn't realize this until last night when I had to do this. Okay, so the different types of fluid pipes transfer different volumes of fluid. Let's get over here so we don't have to hear that machine as much. So let's go check out some fluid pipes. So if we type in fluid pipe, fluid pip, whatever. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I had before. I had the cobblestone fluid pipes and the wooden fluid pipes. Now, the wooden extraction pipe only transfers 25 millibuckets per tick, same as the cobblestone. Well, when I hooked up the macerator, the new macerator, it wasn't getting enough steam. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I didn't know what was going on, because I was like, you know, we have tons of steam. We have plenty of steam here. It's crazy. It should be working. Then I noticed that the different pipes transfer different volumes of liquid. So what I've done is I went ahead and moved the thirsty tanks. Is that what those are called? I put them underneath here. So let's go ahead and dig this up and I'll show you guys. And the reason I did this was because we kept having a problem where steam was getting like into the water pipes. So I'd have to shut these off, wait for them to cool down, break the pipes, and redo them all, just so we could keep water in there. Well, what I did was I just put an extraction pipe right on the fluid tank here, on the thirsty tank, so that way no steam can come back through, because it can only go, you know, one way. So this keeps the water in there. Now, I replaced them with the emerald fluid pipes, which are just 2 emeralds and a piece of glass, and you get 8 of them. So I mean, it's not that expensive. It's all right. It's not bad. So yeah, that's keeping water pumped into these guys at a really good rate. So let's go ahead and fill this back up. Now I also changed out the cobblestone pipes for quartz fluid pipes. These transfer 100 millibuckets per tick as well, so it's pumping in a lot more steam. Same thing over here. I changed out the pipes and whatnot. So now it's exporting 100 millibuckets worth of steam per tick, and that's plenty to keep up with the macerator. So yeah, what I've been doing is I've just been macerating a ton of our ores and stuff, just trying to get things ready, just doing a bunch of grindy type stuff. So yeah, I've been doing a bunch of that. We've got, you know, 10 stacks of iron. Me and Hijack went mining last night as well. We both came back with about 20 stacks of tin ore, which is amazing. This is how much we have left, about 11 and a half stacks. Yeah, so that's crazy. We got a lot of tin, which is awesome because tin is extremely useful. Okay, another thing. This is actually going to be in the next episode, or one of the next episodes. I went ahead and made a bunch of these tin electron tubes. Which means I also had to make the thermionic fabricator from forestry. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because if you look at these farm blocks here, I wanted to make a farm, a forestry farm. So if we look at the farm blocks, it requires these tin electron tubes. So I had to make the thermionic fabricator in order to get the tin electron tubes. Now I had this set up next to this guy, this generator here, but for some reason it just wasn't creating enough power for it. So I made a couple of these culinary generators, which run on bread, which is amazing. So I made a couple of those guys. They're not very hard to make either. Let's check out the recipe for that. Culinary generator. Alright, so here we go. The The culinary generator is that, well, first of all, you need to make the survivalist generator, which is, it's easy. It's just some steel ingots, redstone, slag furnace, and compressed cobblestone. Now, in this pack, I was expecting to have to put the cobblestone in a compressor in order to compress it. No, you just do it in the crafting grid over here, and that'll give you the compressed cobblestone. So yeah, it's really easy. And the slag furnaces are just 2 furnaces and some cobblestone. So I mean, it's a pretty simple recipe. It's not hard at all. So I made a couple of those, and I hooked it up to the thermionic fabricator and got all the tubes that I'm going to need, 2 stacks. So we got that. Right now they're hooked up to some bee stuff. Sypha was on here last night, and he started working on getting some bees going. I don't understand the bees. He gets it, so he's doing it. He's going to take care of all that stuff. So that's why it's hooked up to these guys. I've got another one over here that's hooked up to the alloy smelter. Just because I don't want to... eventually I'll probably have a culinary generator hooked up to all these machines, just because it's more efficient than, you know, using up all of our coal. I'd like to keep our coal. Our bread, we can get bread for days. We have tons and tons of bread. Speaking of, I think what I'm going to do is get rid of our cotton farm here, because we don't really need it now that we have that spider farm. So we don't really need all this cotton. So I'm thinking about just making another wheat farm over here. So that way we'd have tons of wheat. You know, we can make tons of bread, stuff like that. So, alright, what else is there? Okay, let me just go ahead and say this. So I've been chopping down these trees, you know, chopping them down, replanting them, chopping them down, replanting them. It gets really old. So the reason I want to make those farm blocks is because I want to make a tree farm. Now, I've never used one of those forestry farms for trees. I've used them for, you know, crops like wheat and stuff like that, but I've never used them for trees. I'm pretty sure it'll work, though. I honestly don't know. I don't see why it wouldn't work. But, yeah, so that's why I made all those electron tubes, because I'm going to set up a tree farm eventually. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do that in this episode. I have something else planned for this episode, but soon I will be making a tree farm, so that's going to be pretty cool. In this episode, what I want to do is I want to upgrade our steam forge hammer. I'd like to upgrade our compressor, possibly the furnace too. We don't really need to upgrade the steam alloy smelter because we already have the Ender IO alloy smelter. So, yeah, I want to upgrade these machines. The forge hammer, what about the extractor? I'll probably go ahead and upgrade the extractor too, why not? The furnace and the... Yeah, I don't know if I need to do the furnace either. I might just go ahead and do it anyway. But yeah, the compressor for sure. I've been making a few of these industrial diamonds. That's the only reason I was able to make this high pressure macerator, is because I made industrial diamonds. Now, if you guys don't know how to make industrial diamonds, it's actually really simple. But it does take a little bit of time. So if we type in diamond and we go to, where is it? Right here, industrial diamond. Okay, so it just requires a coal chunk in a compressor. Well, how do you get the coal chunk? Okay, that's 8 compressed coal balls around a piece of obsidian. Not too bad. How do we get the compressed coal balls? You put a coal ball in a compressor. All right, how do we get the coal ball? It's just coal dust wrapped around flint. So we've got it. We had a ton of coal dust from putting coal ore in the sag mill. So I just used a bunch of that and made up all the proper components I needed, and threw them in the compressor and got myself a few diamonds. So I just made 3. I just made 3 just to have them, just in case we needed them for something, because you can use them for a lot of different recipes. For instance, you know, if you want a diamond pickaxe, you can make a diamond pickaxe with the industrial diamonds. So yeah, so they're there if anyone needs them. We might need them for one of these machines that we're going to upgrade. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's start with the forge hammer. So let's see what the next tier up is on the forge hammer. Forge hammer. So the high pressure forge hammer. This is what we're going to make here. Okay, so we need some small steel fluid pipes, a sticky piston, steel hole, and an anvil. Alright, so for the anvil, we already know we're going to need 3 blocks of iron. So let's go ahead and grab some of this, and I can never remember... let's see. Okay, I just do that, and then in the compressor, I just go ahead and boop, 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 toss 3 of them in there, like that. So that's fine. So that'll get going. We'll get our anvil going. So we'll keep 4 ingots on standby, just because we're going to need them for the rest of the anvil. So let's go ahead and put these away. Alright, so the steel hull, we're going to need 8 steel plates and a hammer. So that's actually pretty simple too. Let's grab a stack of steel, and we'll go ahead and 1, 2. So we're going to need 8 of those. That'll go ahead and craft those up. And it looks like it's getting dark, so let's go ahead and sleep the night away. Take a drink of my coffee. Ah, delicious. Okay. Alright, so while that's doing its thing... Actually, it's probably done. It doesn't take long. You gotta click on that last one there. Alright, so that's that. I already have some sticky pistons made up. I believe they're in here. Yes. So there's that. The steel fluid pipes. I don't have any of those, so we're gonna have to make some of those. I think... So we're gonna need 6 more plates, which means we're gonna need... Well, we're gonna have to do another recipe of that, which isn't bad. We have lots of steel. We don't have tons of steel, but we have quite a bit. We have enough to do this, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so there's our steel plates. So let's go ahead and make these items. Tools. I don't think the tools that I need are in here. No, they're not. I believe they are... Nope. In here. Yeah, I made some of these work tables in case somebody needs a shovel or a pickaxe or an axe or anything like that. They can just come in here and just automatically craft one. They don't have to worry about you know, putting the file and the hammer in the right place and all that kind of stuff. That'll kind of auto craft it for them. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with the steel hole. There's our steel hole, and then we will do the... Oh, and you know what? Actually, before we do this, I know that we're going to need the wrench for these guys. So let's go ahead and grab our wrench. I think we're going to need the wrench for them. Pretty sure. So let's go ahead and take the wrench and put it up there. And I believe it's the hammer. Yeah, there we go. So there's the small steel fluid pipes that we're going to need. Pretty easy stuff. Alright, so there's that. We have all this stuff. Oh, that can use a regular piston too. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make a regular piston rather than a sticky piston. Because they're a little bit cheaper. What are we missing here? We need some iron, huh? Boom. We'll make a regular piston. We'll keep our sticky piston just because we don't have an unlimited supply of slime. So let's go ahead and toss that guy back. Alright, let's check on our coal blocks. The iron blocks. There we go. They're done. Very good. Let's head back over here. Let's make our anvil. So there's that. And of course we used up our iron. Oh, but there's some in here, so... Alright, there we go. There's that, and the iron blocks. There's our anvil. I believe the anvil goes down here, the hole goes right there, the piston up there, and the fluid pipes go here. So there we go. We have our high pressure forge hammer. Excellent. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and swap this guy out. I think, yeah, there's some stuff in there. Let's go ahead and bust him up. There we go. And we will toss down the high-pressure forge hammer. Awesome. Man, I really like the look of the high-pressure stuff. It looks really cool. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty much the same interface as the other one. I'm sure it's just a little bit more efficient. So that's cool. Now, what's next? Let's go ahead and... let's do the compressor. Yeah, let's do the compressor. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the extractor first, just so we can get this row out of the way. They'll be completely upgraded. So let's go ahead and do the extractor. Let's see what that's going to take. So let's look up the recipe here. Extractor. Extract. Extract. There we go. High pressure extractor. This is going to help us out in the long run because we are going to need a ton of rubber eventually. So, alright, so we're going to need some more of those fluid pipes, another steel hole, piston, and a piece of glass. Piece of cake. Let's go ahead and get the glass and the piston first. Yeah, we got some glass. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's get another piston going. What are we going to need? Alright, there we go. There's our piston. Now, let's grab... Do we have... Yeah, we still have the tools on us, so we can go ahead and make... Let's go ahead and make some more steel stuff. I guess I didn't need to grab another whole entire stack. Let's just make a few more of those. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this whole thing. We're going to need them, so let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and wait for this. Actually, let's take those and we can already go ahead and finish up the hole. Hull, not hole. Alright, there's our steel hole. Excellent. Now we just need... There we go. The rolling machine's pretty quick, which is good. That thing was a pain in the butt to make. Alright, so let's get some of these fluid pipes here. And I believe that's it, right? Yeah, alright, cool. So let's put the fluid, or the hole right there, the glass right there, the piston right there, and then these. There we go. High pressure extractor. Excellent. Alright, so let's get rid of the old guy and replace him with this one. Boop. Oh yeah, man, that looks cool. I like that. Alright, cool. So now we can work on these machines back here. Now, like I said, we're probably not going to need to upgrade this because we already have this. So, yeah. Let's see. Which one should we do first? I say we do the... Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's do the compressor first, huh? Are we out of juice? Oh, we are. Okay. Let's grab some coal. We'll throw about a half a stack in there. And that's going to do its thing for a little bit. So let's check out the compressor recipe here. Where is it? Here it is. High pressure compressor. Okay, so just 2 more pistons, hull, and steel pipes. Alright, that's pretty simple. We know how to do all that. We're just going to need some more pistons, which I think we have enough to make 2 more exactly. Very good. So now we just got to wait on our plates here. Alright, I think we can do the hole now. Well, yeah, we for sure can. There's that. Get our hammer in there. Steel hole. Excellent. Is there another way to make the steel hole, like without using the hammer, I wonder, with like maybe a machine that we have? Nope, that's the only way to do it. Okay. Just curious. Alright, then we'll make some of those fluid pipes. Nope, that is wrong. Alright, hammer there, wrench there. Fluid pipes. Alright, cool. So let's see. I think, yeah, that's all we need. So, there's that, the pistons, and the, oops, fluid pipes. There we go. High pressure compressor. Excellent. Okay, so next is the steam furnace. So, furnace. Where is it? Right here. High pressure furnace. Fluid pipes. A bricked steel hull. Alright, how's that? Okay, so that's just some bricks and some steel plates. Not bad. And a furnace. So let's go ahead and grab a furnace. How many steel plates do we have? 18, 22 total. That might be enough. I don't know. I think it will be. Alright, so what are we going to need? Bricks. We're going to need bricks. There we have some. Here we go. There we go. That'll make us the 3 bricks that we need for the hole. What else are we going to need? Oh, a furnace. Okay. Yeah, that's a piece of cake. Just 8 cobblestone. Let's go ahead and just craft it up over here. I guess we had cobblestone in there. Oh, well. There's our furnace. And now we just got to wait on our plates and stuff. Okay, so 7 of these small steel fluid pipes. Okay. So how many does one recipe make? 6? So we're going to need 2 recipes of those, which is kind of crazy, but I'm sure we'll use them. We'll use the other ones for something. So there's 12 of those. Now we need to make our bricked steel hull. Where's our bricks? Here they are. Is that, what was it, a hammer in there? Yeah. Bricked steel hull. Excellent. So I think, what was it, that there, and then the fluid pipes around it? Yeah, there we go. High pressure furnace. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch out these guys. Get our wrench over here. So there's the compressor and the furnace. Put our furnace here. Compressor there. Excellent. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Alright, so I'm kind of excited to use our machines. I've been using the macerator for a while, so I know how that works. Let's see. How are we doing here? Okay. How are we doing here? Okay, we got some more iron. Very good. Let's put that away. Let's go ahead and put some of these, put some of this stuff away. Got to put the tools back in here. That and that. Let's put the wrench back in there, and we'll put all these bronze machines back in here as well. Okay, very good. And we'll put the steel plate. Oh, I had some steel plates. Okay, so whatever. Small. Let's put that in the tools thing. All right, there we go. And we have a bunch of impure piles of dust here. So let's go ahead and purify those guys, and then we'll put them in our new furnace. There you go. All you got to do is toss them in a cauldron there with some water. Purifies them. Not sure if that's 100% necessary, but whatever. Doesn't hurt. Alright, so the high pressure furnace. Let's check this guy out. Oh, that's way faster. Sweet. Excellent. It's noisy as hell, but whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead and start macerating some tin. Just get it going. Let's check out our steam. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, these guys are off, but they're still creating a bunch of steam. So they're extremely efficient, which is great. I'm really digging it. And it looks like it's starting to get dark, so I don't know if I can sleep yet. No, I gotta wait. Gotta wait a little bit. No big deal. Alright guys, well I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and let that stuff macerate, and I'll bring you guys back when it's in its crushed form so we can check out that forge hammer. Alright guys, here we are, we're back. I didn't want to wait for the tin, because that's going to take a little while. So I already had some crushed chalcopyrite ore, which is just copper. But we can go ahead and toss that in there and see how that's going to... Oh wow, that is super fast. I think these machines are about twice as fast, or maybe 1.5 times faster than the bronze. So yeah, that's great. Look at that thing, it's flying. Alright, so I wonder how much steam we're using. Are we using a whole bunch, or... we're kind of using it, but it's keeping up pretty well, so... Excellent. Love it. Now let's wait for this thing to get done. That's just cranking away. Oh yeah, these machines are awesome. So awesome. So much better than the bronze. But you gotta start somewhere. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some more water. Right there. Put it in our cauldron, and let's purify this. Hate when it does that. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we have the purified chalcopyrite now. So, since that's being used, we'll go ahead and just toss it in the alloy smelter. No big deal. That smelts up 3 at a time, so I mean that's pretty cool. Now, the culinary generator, I've got a barrel full of bread up here because that's what that thing is powered off of. It's extremely efficient. It provides 20 RF per tick per piece of bread for like, what is it, 50 seconds or maybe even a minute or something like that. So yeah, it's great. And since bread is, you know, a very easily renewable resource, I mean, that's just, it'd be stupid not to use that. So, right on. Let's go check out the farm here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, since this is all ready to harvest this all, get rid of all that, replant some wheat over there. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm done doing that. Alright guys, we are back, and I want to show you guys a little mistake that I made here. Well actually I'm not sure if it's a mistake, but this is what happened. The chalcopyrite dust, put it in the smelter there, so let's go ahead and put a piece in there. It gives us copper nuggets instead of copper ingots. So let's see if we're doing something wrong here. So we smelt it, gives us, oh, one of them gives us 6 copper nuggets. Well, that's not horrible, I guess. Oh, one of them gives us 3 in that. That seems odd. So if we smelt it in a normal furnace, we get more than... No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, so one piece does give us 3. And I think that's... Yeah, that looks like that might be the only option we have here. Because we don't have an electrolyzer, so we can pretty much kiss that goodbye. So yeah, it looks like... okay, I thought I made a mistake. I thought that I forgot to purify them in water, but apparently this is just how it is. So, oh well, whatever. We'll just have to take the nuggets and turn them into ingots. That's bronze. Alright, there we go. So let's check this guy. Oh yeah, he's doing good. Put some of this in there. These machines are extremely noisy. Alright, awesome. So, alright, let's go ahead and see kind of where, I don't know, let's pick out a spot for this tree farm. I'm thinking, well, maybe, I mean, since we're going to get rid of this, we could go ahead and utilize this area here. I'm thinking that's probably what we're going to do. I'm not going to get rid of these guys just yet because we're not ready. But soon we will be. Let's go check out the recipe for this stuff that we're going to need. For the farm blocks and the valve and the gearbox and, you know, whatever else we're going to need here. So let's check that out, actually. So the farm block... Okay, so actually, let's just type in, like, forestry. So let's see here. Okay, so the farm block, pretty easy. Just copper, stone bricks, or whatever brick you want to use. Some slabs and the electron tubes, we have the electron tubes, so we're good there. So let's check out the gearbox. This is what we're going to need for the gearbox. We're going to need 3 tin gears. I think we're only going to need 1 gearbox, I think, because that's where the power goes in, correct? I think so. So that's not too bad, I guess. Just a stone gear and some tin ingots. So we're going to need like, what, 12 tin ingots for that? Not too shabby. So there's the gearbox. The hatch, okay. So some more tin gears, a trapdoor, and a farm block. Okay, not bad. What else was there? The control, okay. So that's a golden electron tube. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to have to make. Now, I think we only need one of these, the control. So yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to make. Alright, a gold electron tube. Let's see what that is. 5 gold and 2 redstone. That'll give us 4. Okay, so that's not bad. We do have the gold for that. Oh yeah, we got gold. That's all the gold we have, though, so unfortunately we don't have like an unlimited supply. I would like to set up like a pigman farm, but yeah, that's we just don't have the stuff to do that right now. So, oh, there's an airplane passing over my apartment as we speak. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Alright, so let's just focus on this for right now. We'll worry about the farm stuff in a little bit. So, alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed that I need to tell you guys about. I think I kind of went over everything. Seemed like we did a whole lot last night, me and Hijack. We did go mining quite a bit. Oh, you know what we're going to need? If we're going to do this farm, we're going to need a ton of apatite, right? So let's see how much... I don't think we have any apatite, do we? No, we just have the GregTech apatite, and I don't think that works the same way. Let's see. Oh, no, it does. Okay, it gives you 5 fertilizer. I thought... let's check out the other apatite. That is a forestry thing, right? So it should be in here somewhere. There it is. Uses. Oh, it does give you 5. I thought it gave you like 8. Maybe it's just a GregTech thing. So, okay, we do have a little bit of apatite, but not much. But I do know where a giant vein of apatite is. So we might have to go there and check it out. What I might do is I might use those 3 industrial diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe. Just because we're going to need a lot of durability on a pickaxe. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. Grab those. We'll go ahead and make us a diamond pickaxe. Get rid of that. Boom, diamond pickaxe. Very cool. Exit that out. Oop, no, okay, whatever. Whatever, that'll stay there. Okay, so we have a diamond pickaxe now. Let's go ahead and toss like a low-level enchant on it. Now that we can get experience whenever we need, we might as well just toss a low-level enchant on this guy. Like a level 13. Let's see what that's going to do. Probably something shitty. Efficiency 2, that's not bad. I would have preferred unbreaking, but whatever. Take what we can get. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to get to that apatite vein. Let's grab a bucket of water just for good measure. Whatever, we'll keep the rest of this stuff on us. So let's go ahead and open up our bags. And it sounds like there's a motorcycle outside my window now, which is great. Like everyone's just trying to ruin my recording. Yeah, I should have brought a bed. Oh well. I think we'll be alright. So let's just go ahead and go this way. It's quite a distance this way too, I think. It's maybe 500 to 700 blocks. So yeah, it's pretty far. We gotta watch out for this area here. Alright, we'll keep going. Yeah, this way you guys can kind of see what's around our base. Not a whole lot. I mean, there are quite a few caves, but nothing extremely useful in them that we've found. Okay, yeah, I kind of went the wrong way. I kind of strayed off. Well, I guess I'm going the right way. I just I should stick a little more this way. I probably should have made a boat, too. Man, there's all kinds of stuff that I should have done that I didn't do, which is pretty typical of me, to be quite honest. Alright, and I do have a waypoint set for home, so I mean, that's not a big deal. I don't think I have a waypoint set for the apatite, though, which is strange. I do have a waypoint set for the tin vein that we found, but not the apatite, which is weird. I should have done that. Oh, goodness. Alright, here we go. Thank God for the Boots of the Traveler. Ah, I love those things. Probably the best thing that's ever happened. Alright, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to find this apatite ore. I tell you what, guys, this is kind of boring, right? So I'll go ahead and bring you guys back when I find it. Alright, guys, we are back, and I found it. So check this thing out. Look at this. This is just one of the areas of the apatite. Look at this, man. It's just ridiculous. And if we go around here, there's even more. Tons more. That's enough apatite forever, I think. It's absolutely insane. Frig. Alright, so let's go ahead and start mining this stuff. I guess we'll use the iron axe for now. Oh, and this does give us the Greg Tech version. Alright, well that's fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're definitely not going to run out of apatite ore anytime soon. And the good thing is, it gives you experience too, so that's kind of a cool thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and mine a bunch of this stuff. Man, this is going to take forever, actually. Where's that going? Forcers, diggers. Okay, so it's going into my mining backpack. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and set a waypoint here. Waypoint. Because we're not incredibly ready for it yet. So yeah, here's all the waypoints I have. And if you see right here, iridium. Yeah, we found an iridium vein. Tons of iridium. So it's absolutely amazing. That was a pretty lucky find, I believe. Apatite. Done. Alright, so now we have apatite. Waypointed. I was going to mine a bunch of that stuff, but man, that's just going to take forever. So, alright, what do we got here? Oh, a feather. Nice. And is that clay? I'll take it. We need clay. We definitely need clay for things. Not sure exactly what kind of things, but we do need it. Chickens. Alright, cool. I don't know why I killed that innocent chicken. That was kind of mean, but whatever. Alright, so I'm going to head back to the home. I'm going to head back to home, or base, or what. You know, last night when we were mining for tin, on the way back home, I fell down that ravine, and it took me down to half of a heart. I almost died. Yeah, God, that would have been terrible. I'm kind of curious. That looks like coal. This might be another coal vein. Excellent. All right. I know where another coal vein is that I've been mining for the past couple days. And it just seems like it's a never-ending vein. It's just so much coal, which is great. But there's another one back there if we need it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to head back to the base, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, we are back. We made it home safe and sound. No problem. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there for this episode, you guys, because I pretty much got done the stuff that I wanted to get done, and it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. Yeah, these were pretty easy to craft. But I'm going to start preparing for the next episode where we're going to build the tree farm. So I'm going to get some things ready and stuff like that, and stay tuned for the next episode when we build that. All right, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.